Today we are going to talk about how to optimize Amazon PPC so we can actually lower down the cost. Most of the people, or I would say most of the beginner, start by decreasing the campaign spend, the budget or bids whenever they see the cost is shooting up. This is definitely most common yet most non-effective way of decreasing your cost or even of optimizing your PPC. If we talk about step by step how we should perform or what activities are needed to be done when we talk about decreasing the cost, starting from auto, phrase match and broad match. Definitely the first step you need to do is do the negative targeting of all the irrelevant search terms. That's the first step. That is what needs to be done in case of phrase and broad match, instead of tweaking with the bids at the first step. Now if we talk about the video campaigns in phrase match and broad match, definitely you cannot see those search terms in the advertising console, and you need to download the search term report to see which irrelevant search terms are consuming the budget, so you can do the negative targeting according to the search term report. Coming to the next step, this will also hold true for the auto campaign as well. Now coming to the next step, after you do this, you will be left with the exact match, and both in the video and then the keyword targeting and then the SN targeting. Usually I categorize the keywords into 4 types, so it can be easy for me to decide what step do I need to take for each type of keyword in exact match, and it can be handy to make sure that I'm covering all the types of keywords when it comes to optimization. The first one is the most relevant one, or I would say the most common one, is those keywords which have poor conversion. Now when we talk about the poor conversion rate, definitely it depends upon your product type. Let's say if it's an $800 giant item, then definitely its conversion rate is going to be different rather than if it's an $20 product. Usually we take 10% as the benchmark for conversion percentage. So the first step is pausing all those keywords which have poor conversion. Now the second step, the second type of keywords is those keywords which have good conversion, which means definitely more than 9% or 10%, and high echoes higher than your target echoes, which definitely depend upon your profit margin. Then the third type is keywords which have high conversion and lower echoes lower than your target echoes. Whatever is your profit margin, your target echoes depends upon that part. Now the fourth one is those keywords which have not brought any single order yet. On this fourth type, we categorize this into further 2 subtypes. The first one is those keywords which have not got a single click yet and we need to increase the bid. And second is those keywords which have got plenty of clicks but still no order, so we need to check if that keyword is actually relevant or not, and if not, or if it's not bringing enough conversion, we need to close that keyword. These are the 4 types when it comes to exact match, and this is the same classification type which we will apply on SN targeting as well. Now just to explain this part which I've just mentioned, the 4 types of keyword when we talk about optimizing the PPC, I would like you to take to the bulk order optimization sheet, so we can the bulk operation sheet, sorry, so we can definitely, in order to explain these 4 types of exact match keyword optimization in a better way, I would like to share the screen and discuss all these thing on a bulk operations in detail with you. So if I come to this part, here is the dummy, here is the bulk operation sheet. Definitely I have uh, changed the name of all the keywords and the campaign types to make sure the confidentiality of the product stays there. Now let's talk about the steps. First, I'm going to take the do the create a filter view. Instead of creating a filter, I would go to this one, filter view, and then create a filter view. And then after this, I'm going to add 5 columns here, 5 or 6 around. Insert columns to the right. So you can see all these columns which I'm going to add in the search operation in the search term report. But definitely the purpose here is to see the data on which we need to take the decision of optimization right in front of our eyes, so we can optimize the sheet accordingly. Like we don't need to check the data from the search term report and then need to do the change in the bulk operations. We would add those columns here so we can clearly see the data on which we need to take the decision and do the implementation right away. So the first column we need to add is the CTR, the click-through rate, then the conversion, and then the CPC, cost per click, and then here is going to be the click to order ratio, and then next is the cost per order acquisition, the dollars it takes PPC on any particular keyword to bring an order. What is the actual spend on that keyword takes to bring one order from PPC? And then this is the maximum CPC. Maximum CPC is always your maximum CPA. Sorry, maximum CPA is always your profit margin. We would definitely prefer that the maximum spend Amazon is taking from us on a particular keyword should not exceed the profit margins. So these are the 6 columns I'm going to add. At first, I guess I have done that already, but these numbers are going to be on the left side, and the sorting from A to Z or Z to A, this kind of sorting, this sorting is not going to work until these numbers are not shifted to the right side, which is actually considered to be as number. Anything which is on the right side, that is a number part, and those words which are starting from the left side, those are considered as text. So the first step, which I definitely have already done here, what you need to do is to select all, select from impression to echoes, and then from here you need to shift these to numbers, and this would be like this. Then we are going to decrease the decimal to to make sure that the numbers look decent. And then okay, so here the echoes is 0. I need to shift it to percentage, so it's bringing correct data here. Now when you come to the CTR part, CTR, the click-through rate is always clicks divided by the impressions. I've selected this. This is in percentage, yes, and dragging it down by double clicking on the blue box at the right bottom. Then about the conversion, conversion is always orders divided by clicks. Okay, so here it is, the conversion. This is 70%, 37. This is actual data of one of the product I'm handling. But yes, definitely about the keyword part, I have put the dummy data here about the keyword at the campaign name. So here is the conversion selected throughout. Then is the CPC, the cost per click. Cost per click is the spend divided by clicks. Okay, so here it is, the cost per click. This is not in percentage, so I'm going to change it to numbers. 36 cents it's costing me for the click. Now there is click to order ratio. This is basically reverse of the conversion formula. This is simply the click divided by the order ratio, and We do have definitely other ways of utilizing this column, but I would explain why it's needed here. This is definitely a number, so I'm going to shift it to the number thing and dragging it down by double clicking on the blue box at the right bottom. Now the CPA, the cost per order acquisition, is basically the cost per one click a keyword is taking. Okay, the cost per one click multiplied by the clicks it's taking to get an order. This is the CPA part. So I'm going to shift it to numbers as well. Okay, this is the CPA and I'm dragging it down to the bottom, and then is the maximum CPA. It is definitely my profit margin. This is a small price product, low price product, and the margin here we have is 1.5. I'm going to shift it to numbers as well. Here it is, sorry, 1.5, and I'm going to press the shift button and then dragging it down, so it's dragging the same value down the column. Otherwise it's going to be 1.51, 1.52, 1.53, etc. Now after adding all these 6 columns, let's get back to the couple of filters we need to apply. The first one here is um, we need to clear all and select only keyword and product targeting. Okay, here it is done. Then with this one we need to make sure we are only targeting the enable campaigns, so we don't see the all previous data. And then with the ad group we need to make sure that it is enabled. Then with the status part, as you can see here, the pause one, we need to make sure we are only checking the enabled one. Here it is done. And then with the match types we need to exclude the negative exacts and negative phrase if there are any. Okay, so here is maximum negative exact only. Here it is. um these are the phrase, exact, and broad match type, and a couple of expressions. Targeting expression will definitely relates the S in targeting. Now after saying all this, let's sort the keywords by impression wise down to up. So we can see the maximum impression. Here we can sort the keyword with the percentage of sale contribution to the total PPC sale. The higher impression a keyword is getting, it means the higher search volume it has, and definitely it has definitely the higher potential to contribute to the total sales that particular SKU is bringing up. So that needs the prior attention or the utmost attention here. Here is the data, we are sorting it out. And okay, so the first thing which I explained was to figure out all those keywords which have poor conversion, which is definitely less than 9% here. And if I see, we don't have any keyword which is less than 9%, definitely because the team is optimizing the PPC, and they must have disabled all those keywords. If I just, for the sake of clarifying the concept, if I enable the paused one and check the conversion, yeah, here it goes. We got a couple of keywords which have 5.45 and then 6.67%. Okay, so here it is. We will do red color labeling of these keywords just to point out what we are going to do is targeting this 0%. This will relate to the yellow targeting, or those keywords which are getting click and no conversion, or which are getting impressions only, no clicks and no conversion. So pointing out these two rows, I'm going to label these as in the red color, just to get a clear picture of things. This is this red color. Okay. We know that the status is already paused because the team is already optimizing the campaign, but still this was for the sake of argument. Now I'm going to select all, and okay, this is the higher conversion one, sorting all this Here it is. So the conversion is high. We know about this. I am going to disable the paused one again, and then we need to sort this on the basis of CPA. Okay, so I'm going to put a filter here. Filter by condition. Condition is the CPA is greater than or equal to 1.5, and 1.5 here is uh, or I would say only greater than. Yes, CPA is greater than 1.5, as 1.5 is the break-even price I can afford to bring a PPC order. So here it is. Okay, so all these keywords, these have pretty awesome conversion, as we can see here, 38% conversion, 23% conversion rate. But the cost these keywords are having on bringing one single advertising order, is higher than the amount I can afford, which is 1.5. But then again, just for the sake of clarity, I'm going to color all these keywords into the orange one. Here it is. Okay, so now I'm going, these are the keywords which I need to decrease bids on, the first thing. Or the second thing is for which I need to optimize the placements, like optimize or give more percentage to the top of search place, or let's say if it's bringing more orders on the product pages, and to give more chunk to the product pages so I can enjoy the higher conversion rate, which is definitely going to contribute my total CPA on that keyword. And if the conversion rate is higher, I'm going to get better CPA. So these are the two things. Either I'm going to optimize the bids, or I'm going to the placement optimization, or if that keyword is under the ranking part, that comes under a separate debate or a separate discussion, which I will discuss at the end of the video. Now the third one is, I would say, less than or equal to 1.5. Okay, so these are the golden keywords. What do I mean by golden keywords? These are bringing orders on CPA less than my target CPA, or these are not costing me any loss when they bring order. So these are the keywords. Someone bringing 242 order, then 42, then 241. All these keywords are bringing good number of orders, but their cost is lower than my target CPA, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to color code these as the green one. Now, after doing all this, whatever is left is basically the yellow color, which is getting clicks no order, or which is getting no click or no order. I'm going to cancel this and select all. Here it is. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is filter by color, and the color fill is white. You're not going to see the red one here because I filter out the disabled ones just to do the actual picture here. Okay, so these are the white ones. You can definitely see this keyword is having impressions, but no click. This is having click, but no order. Now these are the couple of keywords which have kind of 3 clicks, no order. All these keywords need to be considered here. What do I need to do with them? Okay, so this is what I categorize as the yellow type of keyword, targeting all and then adding the yellow color, this one here. Okay, so if I exclude this filter by color, this is the complete picture in all the color coding here. Now when I talk about the action steps, what we need to do here for the red ones, which I just to enter those red ones, these are already paused. But let's say if you have those red keywords which are having poor conversion, then your target one, that's going to give you loss at the uh, in the longer run. And I'm talking about the keyword targeting, to be specific, not about the headline search ads or the product collection ad elsewhere. Those are the separate cases. We do those for the brand awareness. And this conversion percentage which I'm talking about here is specifically about the keyword targeting. Okay, so for the red ones, the step is going to be put the paused here, type down the pause instead of enable here, which is already done. So this is what you need to do with the red colored keywords. I'm just excluding those because we have already done that. Now I'm going to sort it based upon the colors. Okay, sort by color, fill color. The first one is going to be orange here. Okay, so these are all the keywords which are costing us more than the profit margin. Now to classify it further, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to uh, filter out only the broad and the phrase one. Okay, so the broad and the phrase one. And then again the color coding. So this is pointing out that the only keywords which are costing us higher than the profit margin are the phrase one. The first step I'm going to do here is to check the search term report and see if there's any irrelevant search term appearing on these keywords, and then I'm going to do the negative targeting of those irrelevant search terms instead of decreasing the bids here. That's what I'm going to do with the phrase match and the broad match. Now excluding those, I'm picking up the exact and the targeting expressions only. These are the exact match types. These do not have any irrelevant search terms at the back end, which we need to negate if needed. Here we simply need to optimize the bids. Now at this stage, I filter it out or classify into two action steps. First one is those keywords on which I am investing or spending more to rank those keywords. And the second one is those keywords on which I have the intent to get profitable sales only or positive return on ad spend from the PPC. These are the two different intent types. Now, when I talk about the keyword tracking, I'm going to discuss that later on. And if I discuss about those keywords which I'm running in the exact match, but my intent is to get positive return on those keywords. Let's assume all these keywords belong to the second intent type, where my intention is to bring profitable orders from all these keywords. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a column at the right, insert a column at the right, and I'm going to decrease the bids of these keywords. Let's say only if I talk about this, I'm going to decrease the 10 cents only. So what I'm going to do here is this minus 0.10. And let's say if you say you want to decrease 10 or 15%, then the formula is going to be minus this multiply by 0.15, which is 15%, and this is going to put that bit here. Now I'm going to drag it down. Okay, so these are the bids. These are the optimized bids. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to click it here and paste special values only. And then I'm going to delete this column. This is what I needed to do with the orange color coded stuff. Okay, so talking about the next thing, that is going to be the green one. Just a second here. Sorted with color, sort by color, sorry, filter by color, and here it's going to be the light green. Now the light green one is the group of those keywords which are profitable for you when we talk about the Amazon PPC. And there are two options which you have here. The first one is to increase the budget, to make sure that if these campaigns are going out of budget, you cater those campaigns to make sure that they run for a longer time than the time period on which they are running already, so they can bring more orders at same CPA. So you need to check by simply putting the filter in the advertising console which of your campaigns go out of budget before day end, and if those campaigns belong to this green color category, you need to increase the budget there. This is kind of clarifying you that these keywords, these are adding to your profit. And if the budget part is sorted, and you see that you have margin in the CPA, what you need to do is, if you are planning to scale, if you're planning to get profitable sale, that's fine. If your intention is different, your intention is to scale the PPC and scale it to the extent where your CPA is equal to your the maximum profit margin, like where your CPA is 1.5 instead of 1.09, so you can push the bids more to get more orders and to get more stability to your ranks. In that case, you need to increase the bid. Now definitely the mantra is same here. What you need to do is you need to put the same formula which I did to the orange color filter, but the difference is going to be you need to add the bids. Like you can simply add 5 cents, 10 cents, or you can say 5% or 10%, like I did in the orange color coding. So that's what you need to do here, the green part. Now we are left with the now we are left with the yellow one. Okay, so these are the keywords which did not have any single order yet. The simple way to further clarifying these things is to make sure any keyword which has more than 10 clicks, let's say if it's 11, 12, 13 click, then if you get 1 order on 10 click, that's going to be 10% conversion. And getting order on more click numbers, like let's say 11, 12, 13, 14, that's going to decrease your conversion percentage. So if any keyword is taking more than 10 clicks, definitely then the same filter, if that keyword comes under the broad and phrase match type, make sure you check the search term, and if it's irrelevant, you put that in negative phrase or exact accordingly. And if it's exact type and you are getting more clicks, like let's say more than 10 clicks but no order, then you need to um, close that keyword, because that would fall in that red color category where the conversion is less than 10%. That is not going to help you out your product getting stable rank in the longer run, or maybe that keyword is not relevant for your product. That's what you need to do here. Now what I can see is the maximum number of clicks we have here is the 8, so I'm not going to filter out, actually I can't filter out those keywords which have more than 10 clicks. But so what I'm going to do here is I need to check the I need to sort it into two things. First, all those keywords which did not get any single click, and I need to check if I need to raise the bids here. Yeah, but definitely the bids are similar to what we are having on the other keywords which are performing awesome. So I'm not going to do anything here. Like if there's a keyword data, I need to check if the keywords are relevant or not, or if the keywords are getting enough spend or attention from the Amazon. What happens usually is, if your keyword is in a campaign where there are more than 5 keywords, or let's say 10 keywords, now those keywords which are performing already, the Amazon advertising algorithm basically diverts all the budget towards those keywords which are performing awesome, and your budget gets consumed by all those keywords, and these keywords do not get proper chance or spend to prove themselves. So what you need to do here is, if the keyword is irrelevant, you need to reconsider that. If the keyword is relevant, you need to fetch out those keywords and then put those in a new separate campaign. And let's say if the keywords are relevant and you have put those keywords in a separate campaign, then what you need to do here is you need to give those keywords more bid to check if the keyword has less search volume and it needs an initial put to get started, and then you can decrease the bid. And even if after decreasing increasing the bid, this keyword does not get any that particular keyword does not get any click, then you need to see what maximum bid you can afford, and you need to put that keyword on that bid. It may bring order in, like, let's say 5, 7 or 10 days later on. That's how it is basically. So yeah, definitely I'm going to do all that what I explained you here. And for all those keywords which have kind of more than 0 clicks, it means those keywords are getting some click. Either I need to wait for those keywords, or if I see those keywords are getting you can say less, I need to wait for those keywords to be simply I need to wait, and I need to track if there is any irrelevant keyword which I can close down here, or if there is any keyword which does have a good search volume as per my keyword research, but that is not getting enough traction, then I need to separate that keyword in a new particular campaign. That's what I need to do here. So these are the basically 4 color coding type which I explained you how I'm going to sort those color types out and what decision I need to take here. So this was basically when I talk about PPC, when my intent is to get positive return on the ad spend. That's how it is, and that's how I recommend and do. Because what we do is we basically don't only rely on keyword ranking via PPC, we build a pool of keywords from which we are expecting positive return on the ad spend, so we can maintain a good ACOS and a good return and traction at the beginning, and we can get benefit from all those keywords which are bringing more and more profitable sales. And then in that pool, what I prefer is in that pool I target 2, 3, 4 keywords with the ranking intention. Now on those keywords, I don't care about if the CPA is higher than the maximum CPA I can afford, because my intention would be to see the improvement in the keyword ranks. And now after every optimization period for all these profitable keywords, the optimization period is usually, I do check the all the keywords in detail after every 3 days, but for the changes as is the internationally recommended, I do the changes after 14 days. But for those keywords on which I am spending with the ranking intention, what I do is I would check those keywords after every 4 to 5 days, and I would name those campaigns particularly with the ranking, so I can filter those out here simply. And I would check the keyword rank with the keyword tracker to make sure that the ranks are improving. And if the ranks are not improving after even 5 to 7 days, I will go through the following filters. I would check if the keyword is going out of budget again and again, because if the keyword is not getting sufficient budget, that means that keyword is not going to get ranked, because that keyword is not generating enough revenue on that particular keyword to get ranked on the top. This is the first thing I'm going to do. And if the keyword is not going out of budget and it's in the budget whole day, then the other thing then and even after that my keyword ranks are not improving, then maybe my ad spend on that particular keyword, the loss I'm bearing on that particular keyword is not justified. If the ranks are not improving and my listing is properly optimized, then I would wait for another 3-4 days. And if that is not, the ranks are not improving again, I would prefer to not invest on the ranking of that keyword. That's how I think about the ranking keyword intention. Now there are a couple of tips before I end this short quick video. It's not short in actual, but this video about optimization of the bid. The first one is never decrease the bids by 15% or more than 10-15 cents 20 cents at max for a keyword, because if you do the massive changes in bid, Amazon advertising algorithm kind of throttles the impression, and you don't get same amount of impression and clicks on that particular keyword. The second is your campaign structure. I always prefer those keywords which I'm ranking on, to put those keywords in a separate campaign so I can optimize the bids uh, uh, in a better way. When I go for the placement optimization, that is always handled at the campaign level. So if I would have one single keyword per campaign, I would have more authority and room to play with the placement of that particular keyword and to optimize the ACOS or that particular keyword. If my ACOS on a keyword on which I am doing the ranking is around 70% or less than that, I know that with the ad spend of 1 month or 1.5 month, I can bring it down to the profitable ACOS. That's how I think. And if the ACOS is 100%, 120%, I need to reconsider the ranking part, and I would prefer by ranking the other first ranking other keywords which have kind of same root keywords, so those keywords can support this one and I can easily rank that keyword. Now if the ACOS is 70% or less than that, that ACOS can be brought down to 30-35% or whatever is my profit margin by doing placement optimization, by giving that keyword a time of 1.5 month with good spend. The CPC is going to decrease down further and further week by week. That's how it is basically. The campaign structure, I talk about that, and then make sure that the keyword which you are spending on with the ranking intention does not go out of budget, because if that keyword is only running for 12 hours per day, that keyword is going to struggle with the ranking part. You need to make sure that that is in budget whole day, 24 hours. That's how it is. And when you see that your ranks on a particular keyword on which you are doing ranking effort is ranked on the top spot, what you need to do is you need to decrease the bids by 5 cents, 10 cents, and you need to check that your sponsored rank is among the top 3 or 4. If it's in the top 3 or 4, that's fine. And if it's decreasing down, you need to revert the change, and you need to make sure you give it enough time so that your CPC comes down naturally and you can maintain the rank. That's how it is. Now the last thing is, when we do all this ranking part and decrease the budget, what we are expecting here is, when we achieve the top organic ranking, we expect more organic order percentage after ranking on that keyword, because if the organic percentage is not there, then the spend on that keyword is not justified. And if the organic percentage organic increment in orders is there, then I would assume that is because of ranking on that particular keyword, the organic ranking on that particular keyword. That's why I am getting this higher chunk of organic orders. So if I'm getting that chunk, I can afford even higher a cost, because that is contributing, that will contribute to my total profitability with the decrease in the tacos. And if there is no decrease in tacos or no increase in organic orders, after I got ranked on top organic ranks on that particular keyword on which I was doing ranking intention, I would rather prefer to decrease the bid and make that keyword in profit instead of wasting money on that keyword, because that's why we are doing the business. Focus on profitability is the prime thing here. Thank you so much.